Hello everyone, welcome to Eric Silver broadcast. Today is April 9th in 2026. Well, from recent news that we have heard from Australia, well, in the at the end of the March, the Australia has been hit by a extreme weather. The cyclone Narelle has caused the sky to turn blood red due to the urine-rich dust, and this is now the end. And then in the beginning, early time in April, that is now another severe tropical cyclone, Mila, once again hit the Australia. So under this sort of the extreme weather, I hope the people and friends in Australia went well. And now let's we put the eyes to the silver price in those major exchanges. Thanks to the Bullion Star, we have very comprehensive and complete live price, silver price, in three major exchanges. The first one is the COMEX. The silver price in COMEX has dropped to the 74.85 US dollars per ounce. That is about 0.87% of the small drop off, but acceptable. Well, to the LBMA silver price in London, it has rise up to 76.81 US dollars. Quite amazing for London price. And to the Shanghai, the silver price has came to the 83.05 US dollars per ounce, like euro, still the most expensive one. Now let's we put the eyes to the Australia to see what is the price A silver price in the exchange in Australia looks like. Well, thanks to the ABC refinery, we can directly see the US dollar and both the US dollar and the Australian gold and silver price here. Well, for the gold in Australia, the gold price is 4,771.4 US dollars per ounce, and for the silver price, that is 74.88 US dollars per ounce. Well, this is on the same tier compared with the COMEX and the LBMA price, and it's a little bit cheaper than the SGE silver price. And now let's we come to the LBMA system since we already mentioned it. Well, in the LBMA system, as you can see here, among those 85 silver refiners, we have two vital Australian refineries. The first one is the ABC refineries. Second one is the Gold Corporation. A more familiar name shall be the Perth Mint. And well, though we only have, seems like we only have two refineries among those 85, it seems to feel, well, I have to say, we also need to see their production scale and their quality and quantity. Well, these two refinery has produced more than 1,000 tons of the silver, on average for every year. So this is a quite huge amount. And now, let's be starting from the ABC building. For the ABC refinery, uh, we already know they have the LBMA recognition and accreditation. And beyond that, they also got the Shanghai Gold Exchange, the SGE accreditation. This is quite impressive. And in fact, this is the only one independent who get such double recognition in Australia. And more than that, as you can see, they also receive a lot of other international organizations recognize like the NATA and ISO, IEC. And the most vital part is uh, unlike the traditional refinery, they have a more modern system. They have the refinery laboratory. Well, they have been awarded by the National Association of Testing Authorities, the NATA, and also from the ISO, the International Organization for Standardization, since they are really the you know uh, expert in analyzing of gold and silver and those uh, alloys, so quite professional. And before we come and see those um, their products from the ABC refinery and Perth Mint, I have to emphasize that This video does not receive any sort of the sponsorship, and this is not a sales promotion video. And what I share is only valuable information and does not consist of any sort of the professional investment advice. Be aware of this point. Okay, here we go. Well, for the ABC Bullion, they have quite rich stock, both for the gold and the silver. As you can see, we have the 2.5 ounce ABC gold Southern Cross coin, and also a lot of 1 ounce silver and gold coin. And let's we pick up well from this one. The ABC only made 1 ounce version lunar snake gold coin. The price is 7,242.2 Australian dollars. And by today's currency, that is 0.7. So basically, for this one in US dollars, it shall be 5,075. That is about the price level. And then you use this price to minus the price A on the left corner, then you can get it like it's less than 300 US dollars. So the price add up for the price B compared with the price A is only 6% for the gold coin on this product. And then to the right side, the silver coin. This is a untamed landscape. The Kiwi 1 ounce silver coin, also made by the ABC refinery. You can see this is a 49 purity, quite high. And the price is 128.9 Australian dollars, same times 0.7. And you get the unit price that shall be 90 US dollars. And minus also the price A on the left corner, and you shall get it's like only 13 US dollars. So the price add up for this one is only less than 18%. This is quite amazing because if you have seen my previous video, the silver price, I mean for the spot market in no matter in England or in Japan or in India, then you will find most of their products, no matter from the gold or the silver, especially we say on the silver, the price B is usually requires 30, even 50% of the add up on the on the physical silver. And here, well, the Australia has different situation. They did sit on the mint, so they are they have this sort of the huge advantages. A good news for the local collector and the investor. And keep going as we have see. Let's have look what they have beyond this. Well, they have this sort of the larger monster box. Well, friends from the UK will be quite familiar with that. Very similar to the Royal Mint. And then we have what the untamed landscape, the thorny lizard 1 ounce silver, and a lot of other silver coin. And they do have. I found the Australian, since they have the mines, so they do prefer to directly sell you a large quantity with a good price. And this is similar large monster box and a lot of 1 ounce coin, quite different type. Also, they have a lot of imported silver products like this sort of the 2 ounce Canada good silver coin and gold Britannia gold coin and silver coin, and they have this sort of the with a more dedicated package and a SAY card. And as you can see, this web page, because for the accuracy of the for the accuracy of the data, they will have the price refresh for every 5 minutes in order to provide you the most accurate and live data from. Well, now let's after we have seen the ABC refineries gold and silver coins. Now let's we put our eyes on their silver bars. After all, this is our major investment and a large quantity preference. Well, we have the 5 ounce silver bar and 10 ounce 500 grams version. This is quite common. Well, let's we say from 10 ounce, since this is more easier to calculate. Well, since this one is 1,401.1 Australian dollars for per ounce, so that should be 140 Australian dollars, and times 0.7, that is 98 US dollars per ounce. And if you have make this one and make a comparison with the former, the sort of the silver coin by the ABC themselves, you will find the silver bars here for the unit price is like 12 or 15 Australian dollars higher than their own-made silver coins. So this is quite unusual. I mean, in most of the from the online dealers or refineries, uh, usually the cost of silver bar, the price due to a lot of reason, from the manufacturing to the scale, usually the bars are cheaper than the coins since it requires less for the, manufacturing skills and less for the labor cost, and you just need a mold and you directly put the silver inside. And keep going. Let's have a look what they have. Well, they have two different types of the 1 kilo silver bar. I have to say, in modern era, under such situation, the silver price market for the spot market, in fact, is really hot. You can rarely, have the choices on what type of the 1 kilo bars you will get, since, like in Japan, you just have none of the choice, like in gold silver in Japan from their online store and my previous video, you will find you have no silver bars left for sale. Well, this one, the price is normal. And be aware, beyond those 1 kilo silver bar and common 1 ounce or 5 ounce, 10 ounce silver bar, they have this sort of a box of 1 kilo ABC silver bars. So totally that shall be 15 kilograms for 66,371.5 Australian dollars for whole box. So this is about 500 ounce. That is about 500 ounce. I have to say this is quite a large scale. In a lot of other nations, if they don't, if you are not a member of the exchange or not a vital customers, uh, in those large dealers, it's really hard for you to directly buy such a large quantity silver for once. But in Australia, they do have the mines, so they can sell you a larger monster box. And now you can see they also have the imported silver coin from the Canadian Maple, British Britannia silver coin to the Canada Goose silver coin. Oh, what are we seeing here? This is a huge silver break. Amazing one. This is a 5 kilograms ABC silver cast bar with 39 purity plus 5, so that should be 99.95 purity silver bar. And let's we have a closer look on this bar. Let's we have look. This is their how to say, this is their Australian local flavor huge silver break. This is absolutely the heavyweight player on the market. Well, I have to say, in most of the online shop, or no matter the online dealers or those online ways for purchasing, no matter in US or UK, you can hardly get this size of the silver bars, since even in US, you can only the most common larger size of the silver bar you can get is only 100 ounce. If you want larger one like 500 ounce or 15 kilograms or 30 kilograms, usually you need to go to the commodity exchange that they have this sort of the delivery standard 1000 ounce silver bar, but for common people it's really hard to reach. For this one, their price is 22,280.2 Australian dollars. Same, you times that to 0.7 and you divide it by their unit 160.75 ounce, so you get the unit price, and you will find an interesting point. Usually, for such a large and heavy option for the silver products, the refineries or the dealers, they will give you discount. So normally it should be the sort of the larger and the heavier the silver you buy, uh, the cheaper you got on the unit price. However, in the ABC refinery, they tend to, they offer you a very good price, cheaper price on the silver coin, but a little bit more expensive, only a few Australian dollars more expensive on their silver bar products. So this is quite a unique point in Australia. And if you make the comparison with this one, as you can see, this is 128.6 Australian dollars for 1 ounce. And if you make the comparison with those silver bars, you will find this one is like about it's about like 10 Australian dollars cheaper than those bars. So from this level, I have to say it seems like in Australia, since they have really large quantity for the stock, buying the silver coins at a larger quantity, like you buy those monster box, will be a good choices for the large quantity investment uh, or for the collection. It will be a very good choice since the price is really suitable. And now let's we put the eyes to the vast coast. Come to the Perth. Well, in Perth Mint, this is also another giant within the industry, also the cornerstone in Australia, bullion market. Well, here, let's we have a look. First, they have some unique. Do they have any sort of unique things? Well, they have a very classic Australian kangaroo 2026 version 1 ounce gold proof coin, and you can see the price is 9,999 Australian dollars. So also, like I said, you times the 0.7, you get the you get the US dollars price. So that is more than 7,000. Sorry, not 7,000. So that is 9,995. You times 0.7, it should be around 7,000. Yeah, it should be around 7,000 US dollars. So since the price A in Australia now is only like 4,000, close to 5,000 US dollars. So this one, the gold, I mean, for this product is like 2,000 more expensive than the price A. So the add up is huge. But they do have something unique since the purse is also sitting on the mines, right? Well, okay, this is their gold giant. They have the 1 kilo gold proof ultra high relief gilded coin. This is absolutely the special one I have seen since I do have seen a lot of 1 kilo uh silver huge coins, but for 1 kilo such size the gold coin you can rarely see on the common market. Well, uh, well, this one is a special order, so according to the tradition, you need to call them to make the order. And usually, this type of the gold monster, they have the quantity limited, so the mintage is limited. Usually, like it's only 10. And keep looking. Well, the price for the purse for their gold products is tend to be higher than the ABC refineries. Okay, and so but most of those gold products is like over 9,000 Australian dollars. So for the US dollars price is usually is very close to 7,000 US dollars. Quite expensive. But this is silver coin. They have such of the country. This is already quite hard to meet since recent years gold and silver market is really hot, and spot market is usually have a huge demand and so limited for the production. Then come to the silver part, since this is what our major one. Well, let's we choose it to the silver. Well, this is their silver products. As you can see, they have a lot of the collection version for the silver coin, and the price there is low one like 199.99 Australian dollars for one, and you times 0.7, you get the, the US dollar price, which shall be around 139 US dollars. So this sort of the collectional version is a little bit more expensive. But let's we have a look on those um, heavier one. Here it is. This is the commonly for the Bullion coin, 1 ounce silver coin, and like I said, the heavier bar. Well, they do have the heavier bar. The Parchment only made 1 kilo silver cast bar. Well, the price is 3,695.42. In fact, this is quite a good price. Well, this is Australian dollars version. You times it 0.7, then you get the US dollar price. So for this one, this is around 2,586 US dollars per kilo. Well, for this is for 32.15 ounce. So divided by the 32.15, you get this is about 80.5 US dollars per ounce. So this is a quite amazing price. As you can see here, this is Australian dollar price. So today's the exchange rate price in Australia or in the worldwide, that is really around about 75, and this one is only 80.5 US dollars for every troy ounce. So the add up is very little for the this sort of silver bar. It's only $5 more expensive between the price B and the price A. So I have to say, it seems like after you have seen those their products from the collective silver coin to those more commonly made for investment, the silver bullion coin and the silver larger silver bar, it seems like uh, if you are buying the silver for a larger quantity, um, the purse seems to be a good place. And let's we have a look on how many their bars they have and what is the status of their stock condition. Well, for one bars, of course, they have, and let's we have a look. Okay, two they also have, and let's we have a look on a larger quantity, since this is a larger refinery who is sitting on the mine. Oh my god, this is quite amazing. They have 6,682 bars. All is 1 kilo bars. So this is a huge amount. Oh, this is over 6,000 kilos. Quite a large quantity for in any nation. I mean, if you have seen my previous video, like in Japan, they don't for in gold and silver in Japan, another online uh, bullion dealer, a large dealer in Japan, they don't have any bars for sale right now. And you back to the Indian that version of my video, then you will find in India, even like the PAMP, the sort of the large Swiss refinery, they only have like 150. I remember is around that number is around only 150 uh 1 kilo bars that is available for online sales. So over 6,000 kilos. This is a truly amazing number. And even I have to say, even the raw mint for the online version, you cannot get such a larger quantity. And though they only have 7 types of the available bullion, coin, and bars left, but their quantity is quite sufficient. So this is really good news for the investors and collectors in Australia. If you want to buy larger quantity and with high quality for nine purity bullion products, well, now this is the time since they still have a large quantity, and with the price market, price A market is always have a trend of the growing. Um, you need to find a good time point to buy the things you need. Well, in a nutshell, if you're in Australia, you buy the silver in a larger quantity, the Perth Mint is absolutely a good choice. And if you're willing to buy some sort of the gold products, well, the ABC refinery is also a good choices for you. So, like I said, always to follow the price and follow the precious metals, hold the silver in your hands. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day. See you next time.